Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to game number 2 between Yellow Submarine and Kaipi here on the Wellplay Invitational upper bracket match. My name is Dragon Job. I'm joined not only by Annie, but also by Dr. Corporal British. He's going to be providing some juicy stats throughout this match, so thank you very much for that. But, well, that last game was pretty one-sided to say the least here. Kaipi just winning pretty much every single lane. The Darkseer was the only one. Yeah, Darkseer was doing okay for Yellow Submarine, but unable to really shut down the Spectre. Artis on the Slug was also doing alright, but unable to really control the pace of the game. It was just Invoker being shut down, Earth Spirit not really having the impact that it needs to. So Kaipi was able to close out that game pretty damn quickly in about 20 minutes. This time around though, new draft, new chances. Annie, what are your thoughts so far?
Well, I think we're going to start by bringing out the big guns. Outworld Devourer picked up very first pick here in the tournament. Do you think he is strong enough to get all the love that he does? Do you think he's absolutely worthy of a first pick and first ban? And is he the hero to take this away? Can Yellow Submarine execute clean enough to take it off the Invoker mid?
Well, DOD is just very strong hero, and there's plenty of lineups that you can draft around it, I feel, right? Combinations are not really limited to one or two things, like for contrast, the Bloodseeker Zeus, right? That's more of a pocket strat because it's a very specific thing that can work in very specific circumstances. Same for like a Brute Pick as well. The OD though, it's just a very solid laner. You can run him as a one, can run him as a mid, and you're always going to get a lot of damage out of it. Right? All you really need to need to do is make sure there's life, then you can right click. Right? And that's where he gets his damage from. And the Oracle is kind of the perfect combo together with that. We also sometimes see the Faceless Void for the off lane to make sure to have the Chronosphere very solid lockdown with the OD on the outside being able to right click away. So it's a strategy that isn't too hard to execute either. So yeah, I mean Yellow Submarine think they have a good start here, right? And
They
Invoker Bane though, if
definitely do.
you look at Invoker Bane, well, it's also kind of easy to execute and also has a chance to kind of run away with the game if you let it, right? The Nightmare to Sunstrike and all that kind of jazz.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the Oracle Outworld Devourer combo is straight up dirty. There's a ban on the Tidehunter against Kaipi. I think that is 100% just against Sing's execution of this hero. Um, Unbelievably strong.
Yeah. Was it a phone coming out? All right. I'll take over the rest of the draft now until Annie gets back. Um, I forgot what I want to say, but yeah, Titan on the ban actually a bit interesting. One of these things that can kind of disrupt your team fight, can disrupt you going in, can keep the Oracle from actually getting the spells out at the time he wants to, right? If you all of a sudden you have to Ravage with that huge AoE, taking you taking you out of the fight, setting up for the burst damage that you want on the
I'm
Invoker to bring
back.
him down. There it is. All right. Welcome back, Annie.
Sorry about that. Taking care of a sick family member, so I wanted to make sure
Oh yeah.
nothing was going down. So Kai P, they still got their 3 picks here. What offlaner did they give Sing? Because Yellow Submarine have shown so much hate for offlaners in their bans.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that just says that the Kaipi want to take another melee call. Maybe Sven. I like the Void ban. I really like that. As I mentioned before, popular combo with EOD is taking that out of the picture. But Darkseid as well. Maybe you're just not willing to deal with that annoying stuff again that the old Submarine would like to run. So yeah, apart from the Bane, what kind of other support would you like to see here? I mean, more of a babysitting support, maybe the Witch Doctor again, or something else.
Um, On the side of Kaipi, I'd like to see them get the Chen again. I think they could go for a pretty rapid push lineup. If you get anything with summons, if you get anything with creeps, you're going to get the Bane there just to go in. Kaipi have the potential to pick up a really aggressive snowball lineup. They could pick up a Shadow Shaman for their secondary support to get those wards at level 6 and just decimate towers.
Wouldn't hate that. A little bit of push potential, definitely not going to miss. Beastmaster being banned out, one of these popular heroes, but hey, gonna go for a classic here. Sing Sing Marana plus the Bane, and maybe it's a bit of an old school strat. It can be countered, it can just flat out not work if you don't find the kills, but well, definitely gonna be great to see regardless.
Yeah, Bane Marana is the good old duo. I've seen OD Marana picked up as well, just because the Astrals also set up the arrow fantastically. But let's see if Bane Marana are going to be the roaming support duo that we need here. So you said it's going to be a Sing Marana in the offlane, or is this
It
going to
could,
be a position 4, position 5 Marana Bane?
it could be. I mean, Sing Sing. Just judging by his reputation on that hero, I don't know that he would let anyone else play it. But I could be wrong. It could be that 4 position, as you said, and they pick up another offlaner for Sing Sing himself, and then a safe laner can kind of take care of his own. But at the same time, almost like I almost feel like that would be a little bit too greedy. But just not having any of these classical supports that can keep someone safe, which is very useful to have in this day and age, in this meta. We'll find out now with this pick
Yeah.
that what they want to go for. I mean, in terms of course, what's still in the pool is maybe the Klings, maybe the Sven, very popular choices these days. Okay.
Okay, we're gonna have push for days now. Enigma gonna be coming out of the jungle, has Eidolons to help whack on the towers, Black Hole here for the team fights, but that's a nice juicy target for the Doom. It seems like maybe Kaipi playing or drafting a little bit aggressively, not really giving any respect to Yellow Submarine's counter picks here.
Yep. Well, the Doom and the Lich though. That's one of these classic 6.85, I believe it was offlanes before the series got nerfed a little bit, or 6.84, I can't remember, but for a while it was like banned out in every single game because it was so nasty to deal with, right? You have a Doom, which is pretty much unkillable with the Scorched Earth, and especially if he gets one of these setter creeps now with the extra 6 health region. Then you have a Lich who's constantly keeping lane sucked back, so then aren't even out of position a lot of the times. That Lich is also going to spam the Frost Blast on you. It's not a lot of fun, right? Now, especially with these kind of sports that Kaipi have already, I mean, Bane, there's only so much he can do up against more than one hero in the lane. Right? Up against one hero is absolutely amazing, right? That's why we see him stabilize middle very often and just win that matchup for whatever mid hero you pick up. But the Enigma, well, also not really able to do much early on. He kind of wants to farm, get a couple of levels out, and then rotate in with the Malefice, the Black Hole. So the question
So
is,
Kaipi, they're
yeah,
on their last pick here. Is this going to be hard farming Marana, offlane Marana? I think you were right about the Sig Marana pickup here. So Kaipi, they got to pick up a core, but it's got to be something that can get online very early. Juggernaut and Death Prophet come to mind.
um, Death Prophets. I don't know if you run in the safe lane. Guess you could run the Invoker safe. Kind of can hold his own a little bit. Can at least get some levels, but it's probably gimping him too much up against the Doom Lich. Probably like to see maybe something like a Weaver or something like a Kling. Someone that can keep care of himself. Alright. This is the curse of British. This is the curse of Dr. Corporal British. Whenever he's on
We bring
stats,
in a
we see a
stats
freaking.
guy, and we get a Venomancer.
It's just not any stats guy. It's Dr. Corporal British. That's his favorite freaking hero.
He made this happen,
Ah!
man.
God damn it, British.
I
Why are you
want to
doing
see
this?
all of your stats on Venomancer. But either way, Yellow Submarine going into their last pick here. They're most likely going to be picking up a hard farmer as well, or an offlaner. What are they looking for here?
Um, for your submarine, just still looking for core or mid, presumably. So I'd probably say just go for Gyrocopter still in the pool. Juggernaut would also not go amiss in any case. Something that's able to dodge a lot of the damage from the Venomancer.
I mean, right now, Yellow Submarine's draft just seems a little bit fragmented to me. Obviously, the OD Oracle combo is great. Doom, he's great on his own, just going in, disabling a target for as long as he needs to. Lich, he's got good team fight, he's got good survivability, but I'm not seeing the synergy. I'm not seeing how these team fights get executed, what combination of spells are going to rip apart Kaipi versus Kaipi. You know, you can see their ganks with the Bane Marana, you can see the team fight with the Enigma, Venomancer, Ulti, and Invoker should be able to sustain himself in lane against an OD, so I'm really favoring Kaipi's draft now. Maybe Yellow Submarine blow us away with like a Meepo pick or something, but I don't know.
I love that actually, but I'm not sure if Miko's the way to go. Actually, yeah. I mean, nah, I don't know.
It's
I
it's
just don't
not the
play
pick.
Meepos.
I just threw
No.
out a crazy. Let's see a techies, you know?
Oh
Let's
yeah.
really get it going.
Um, it's probably gonna be one of these go-to support cores. Yeah, it is. There's a Juggernaut.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. I mean, something that if you see the arrow coming, you can't really sidestep it. You can still just panic press Q and don't care about that. Obviously, with the Nightmare setup, it's not as easy.
Yeah,
But
I like the Juggernaut pick here. I think, again, he does fight early. He's survivable in lane. He has nice early kill potential if he's able to get someone else helping him. If you have the Astral from the OD setting anything up, if you get the Lich with the slow, trying to help him catch up to his prey. But I really still do like Kaipi's draft better. I think it's going to be survivable at all aspects of the game, not just successful in early game or mid game or late game. I think they can carry themselves through.
that being said, though, I mean, the problem with Kaipi is that there's a lot of pressure on them to execute early, right? You have the Bane Mirana combo, and there's a reason it's not being picked up in every single game, right? You need to make a lot happen with that. You need to get a lot of kills, otherwise you just fall behind, right? And
Okay, so Sing Venom.
okay, that's also a thing.
That's offlane though. I think could be really successful. Does have to watch out for the
Yeah.
kill potential. There could be a lot of rotations here to punish, but it is going to be Bone 7 Marana going in for that farming-ish position. And I think this is a very risky draft from Kaifi, but I really want to see it work out in a spectacular fashion like we saw last game.
Yeah, the problem with it is that you're lacking the classic hero potential. But you have a lot of there's one way that this draft works and one way only. And this is when you just get going in the mid game, right? When you have this Venomance after a good start, when you get this quick level 6.
Oh no, mid lane,
Oh,
it's happening.
gonna go
This is
again.
gonna be
That
Yellow
Fortune's
Submarine.
End, not really hitting. Cancel just dies though. That's an interesting rotation to make here from Yellow Submarine. It definitely works out. Catching first blood on this Invoker. Already. And this is already a bad start here. They're gonna have some of their camps blocked off for some reason. For the Enigma, so it's making it very, very hard. That single ward segmenting the entire jungle. So he'll have this hard camp available, then he has to walk all the way over here to this, and then all the way over to this next camp, and this is just not as efficient. Unless they manage to counter what that.
Oh, he's going through. He picks up the sentries, goes through, does get vision of this, so that's going to at least help him out a little bit. He will get it down before the creep spawn. Meanwhile, top lane.
Yeah. Artis, Nightmare will be taken off very wisely. Yes, there would have been probably a kill onto Artis here if that arrow landed, even in this short range, but already a lot of action going on, so let's take a quick look at the lineups before
Runes.
that continues. Artis on the
Both runes go to
Juggernaut.
Dire.
Both runes go to Dire, yeah, it's even better start for them, but yeah, Artis on the Juggernaut, almost level 2 as a result of that. Keck on that Oracle, helping him out in the lane in the middle. We've got that OD, played by LFOK GG, well played. What a mouthful to say, but hey, I'm gonna go with it. Dale on that Doom down here in the Radiant side jungle, together with Notek on that Lich.
Alright, on the side of the Radiant, we have got Kaipi Sing himself going to be playing this Venomancer solo safe lane on this guy. That's going to be interesting. We're going to have Space Creator 300, aka Mad, on the Enigma mid lane. We're going to have Cancel on the Invoker, and up here, top in this dual off lane, we're going to have Nate, aka Come With Me, I believe, on the Bane, and Ziggy Stardust, aka Bone 7, on the Marana.
I mean, if anything is as notorious as the Sing Sing Mirana, it's probably the Bone 7 Mirana, so it's not too big of an issue here when it comes to players. Using that arrow to farm and to quickly take care of these big creeps, just to get that extra bit of boost. If you don't have a setup for Nightmare, that's the secondary way that you can use that. Get yourself ahead, and to get yourself ahead you must, I don't know. Tried to say that in a fancy way, but I failed horribly.
Just go at it in the most basic language.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, mid lane, we have the OD getting very, very low. Forge Spirit's whacking him. The Cold Snap goes through. Is there enough damage? Fairy Fire consumed by the OD. Will live for now. Cancel taking a bunch of tower shots. And now there's going to be a salve coming out from OD. He's going to get away just fine. And Cancel actually might need to use up some regen as well.
Yep. Also salve just to make sure that he isn't getting caught out one more time. Now there's a cool snap back. A little bit more harassment coming his way. Meanwhile up top, Kek is trying to zone out as much as he can, but Knight, he's setting up for Nightmare perhaps. He just waits through the trees though. I don't know what's going on. He's just being annoying as he can be with the brain sap. Just trading his left, right, and center. Marana though taking quite a few hits from the creeps to start munching through some of these tangos.
Yeah, Mirana needs to be a little bit careful. 4 tangos left, but again, there's no more like burst regen, no more salves, no more fairy fires, so has to be pretty careful. Now, come with me, going in very, very deep here. Will get disabled up by the Oracle, and now might take some serious damage there. Goes in with the fairy fire. One more hit is enough to take him down, so Juggernaut securing his first kill of the game. That's more and more of a good start going in favor of Yellow Submarine.
Yep. This is a problem, right? I mean, Rana in this kind of position, it's not a hero that can really play from behind. The arrow is not going to be able to save you from a big high ground push later down the line if you don't have any follow-up. Sure, you have the Sunstrike from the Invoker, can kind of skew things a little bit back in your favor. You also have the Enigma with an uncontested jungle for the most part. So these are the things that you have to rely on if you Kaipi, but apart from that, Yellow Submarine, all of the lanes are getting farmed. Right?
Up top, we even have Come With Me going and stealing the stacks here, stealing the XP away from Keck. And down bottom, let's see what Sing's up to. He's been doing pretty decent in terms of his last hits. Nothing fantastic, not anywhere near the Enigma, but he's at least kept himself in lane, kept himself in XP range. He's level 4 now at under 4 minutes in the game.
Yep. He's doing well, going maybe for a bit of a manly build. We'll see what he decides to do with the wards going forward here. But the first point into it, obviously not useful whatsoever. You at least need to have that second point if you want to spam them out.
Oh, mid lane.
No.
About to get ugly now. Cancel going in. There is an arrow connecting. There's going to be a Sunstrike as well. Do they have the burst damage? Looks like they do. And there's not going to be a whole lot of follow-up here from the Lich, who's going to get cold snapped up. Damage from the Force Spirits going through. They don't have any more mana for an arrow, so Lich let off with a warning. Meanwhile, top lane, Juggernaut did get down the Bane.
It's not even Omni/Slash committed, just once again, Fortune's End keeping him in that Blade Fury range, which is level 3 now, so it does a ton of damage, to say the least. So, OD going down, not the best. Secondary kill on Notsec has been denied, as he barely was able to get out outside of the right click range. But so far so good still. Enigma still farming. OD back in lane to soak up, but if you look at Cancel, this is the kind of Invoker that Yellow Submarine wanted to have in the last game, right? I mean, he's having Snell Talisman to help in lane, he has the boots. Probably now gonna go into that Midas build up. It's not gonna be a terribly quick one, but it's gonna have it much more sooner than I Love GG Wellplayed had in the last game.
You could also go for a nice early Urn of Shadows just to get the most out of that cold snap proc.
That's more of a Quasrex kind of thing, though. You really have to,
Yeah,
focus on that single target damage.
Up top, we've got Bone 7 doing his best to be a ferocious presence in lane, but it feels like Juggernaut no longer cares as he has 2 kills to his name, and Mirana feeling a little bit weak now, just barely hitting level 5. Juggernaut's been sitting on his level 6 for a couple moments now.
Let's take here, and Smoke has been broken. Don't know the Cancels saw it, though.
Down bottom.
Outside of trees, Dale gets caught with that, but Malefist is there to cancel the TP. That should be that doom. No Scorch Earth available to fall back on. He's looking at the middle lane for Notsec maybe to go on to cancel, but he was a bit outside of effective range when it comes to the OD coming in, so he will be able to stay safe. Yeah, definitely a nice little kill down in the bottom lane, which is definitely going in favor of Kaipi. Venomars are now putting these extra points into the wards. They'll definitely help take down this tier 1 tower. Notsec can't really go too close.
Top
lane. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like Bane went in. Nice Nightmare here. They do end up dewarding Bane's nice little sentry, but it's pretty much worth it as they take out the Oracle. No pesky support for the Juggernaut now, and maybe Bane Mirana try to go and do their thing. Now he's gonna get back to tower.
Yep.
Meanwhile, down bottom, unmanly Sing Venomancer squirting out those wards down, getting Dale just kind of annoyed. Nosek has to spend his time right-clicking wards instead of creeps, and the first tower will go the way of Sing in the bot lane.
You just can't fight up against these walls right now. Not like you need so many right clicks to try and bring him down. Same for Dale, really. And doing all that, you can expose yourself to things just walking up, galing you, and then there's always the Enigma in the back, the black hole at the ready. That should be still enough damage between all these right clicks coming out to bring down at least the... Maybe not the Doom when he has the Scorched Earth going, but definitely Lich if you catch him on all of that. So, just trying to stop the Avalanche here, but they're gonna need more help if they want to continue that.
Thing is having some fun, and now it looks like Mad is here holding onto the black hole as well. If you can get a double black hole here, now Dale getting very, very low. They might try to commit to this. He goes into the Scorched Earth. He's going to get stunned up just a little bit from that Malefice, and, well, Sing backs off for now. But again, the pressure is going to be always here in the bottom lane. How does Juggernaut respond to this? How quickly does he need to start farming and going in for kills before he's able to deal with this pressure?
Well, ideally, you want to have at least a face boots. I mean, he hasn't got as many
Oh,
last
mid
hits as he
lane.
would have wanted to. Well, mid lane, there's a bit of a setup here for short range arrow, but very low in health. It's all the rest but early anyway. Rotation in from the Enigma should secure another tier 1. Yeah. The Juggernaut, he's not quite there yet. He hasn't gotten as many last hits as he maybe would have wanted to, so still waiting on these face boots, which is kind of the minimum requirement. Yes, the Omnislash now, so if you find someone isolated, it should be an easy kill. I feel like you need to start looking for these kind of opportunities, but Kaipi, if they continue to group up like that, taking tower after tower, might not have an easy time finding those.
Doom's coming in. Does have his Doom ready to go if he wants to pop it onto cancel, but deciding to back off here. It feels like no one's ready to throw their big ultimates just yet. We've seen Juggernaut hold on to that Omni Slash. We have the Black Hole not connecting on anyone just yet. So where's the big fight gonna break out?
Depends on where Yellow Submarine wants to defend the towers, I suppose. I mean, Kaipi probably gonna look towards the tier 1 top next before heading into the tier 2s. And since Yellow Submarine feels comfortable trying to go up against it, maybe with the smoke rotation, trying to go for a backstab, similar to what Kaipi is doing right now here. Base creating a knight, they should be able to bring down Dale here. They do not have a Fiend Script, but they do have the Brain Sap. As a Doom Door onto the Enigma should be enough to bring him down, unless, with the Sunstrike coming in, Dale will end up falling before he can do a lot of extra damage over time, but might have just put Enigma over the edge. Might have to be denied here. No, he should be fine.
Oh, just barely
Barely.
gets out. 50 HP. He's feeling good. He's lucky that isn't a level 2 Doom, because that would have certainly polished him off. We are going to have, you know, the rest of the Radiant grouped up aggressively. That is allowing I Love OK, GG well played, a little bit of much needed free farm. He's going to be TPing into the top lane, trying to go up against Cancel for now. I think this might be a little bit ambitious.
Let's be careful not to be caught out by a slow here. You do have the defensive prisms though. Do have the tier 1 still alive here, enabling any sort of extra rotation, so they will need more. More than that if they want to really bring him down, but looks like Sing Sing showing himself he is more than enough to keep him away from soloing up that lane.
Oh, solo Omni dodged by Bone 7 as he leaps out of range. Unbelievable play there from the Mirana, great reaction. And now that Omni's down by the Juggernaut, he has to go back to farming, has to pop up a healing ward. That's not where you want your Jug. Meanwhile, top lane, we have an Astral going out onto the Bane. Moonlight Shadow comes through, trying to keep him alive for now.
Don't have detection.
And they have no vision.
Well, as easy as that. It would have been a nice little setup for them to collapse onto that solo Bane as it stands. That has been denied, but well, silver linings maybe. Bane not quite level 6 yet. Unable to provide that Fiend Script setup. But hey. So far Kaipi have kind of stabilized. Feel like they need to find more though, more than just towers and the couple of kills that they've gotten so far. If you look at the net worth, both the Mirana as well as the Enigma close to the top. Source Artist, and that's a core that can make stuff happen. Even without the Omnislash at this stage in the game.
Thing might be a little too far out without a whole lot of Radiant Vision. He's going to get surrounded on by all sides. They might have to sacrifice their little Venomancer here. Has not chosen to skill his ult, but he doesn't really need it at this point. Going to be taking that Purge from the Oracle, going through. Dale wants to go in, does have the Doom if they need to commit it. He's just going to go in. They're going to take a Chain Frost right to the face there on that little bug, cleaning up the creeps.
Sunstrike!
Sunstrike comes
Ah! The wards! The wards went up!
Get it!
Oh no! It was
What
like...
now, Dr. Cropa British? The wards are actually doing work.
That was just that was just a tilty moment right there. I would have tilted if I was there. If I was that lich right there. Eat a Sunstrike, survive, but then being taken down by a single Venomancer would. It was just
That's when you
biggest
kind of just have
bad
to
right there
like
from earlier.
put down the headset, get up, walk around, cool off for a little bit. But we are going to see this Mirana doing really, really well in terms of overall net worth. Her and the Enigma are tied for first, and I know this Bone 7 Mirana was getting a little bit of flack in chat, but I think it's going to work out pretty well. She's had the freedom to rotate without being punished.
Yep. Double Damage Rune also going to help out for the next engagement here if they're looking for something like that going forward. It looks like that will be the case with the smoke up here. They still hold on to the black hole, haven't had to use it just yet. I might just want to commit it here for Arthas, but he can spin out. He is pretty damn fast, and now he's been actually just forced with a Nightmare. If they had a Fiend Scoop there, that would have been super easy in terms of pick of potential, but as it stands, don't quite find it. Meanwhile, up top, though, Sing Sing gonna go in deep onto OD. Has imprisonment available. More help coming from Dale, but what they may not know is there's a backstab here. Maleficus comes out, Sunstrike will miss. They should just still end up dying here. Do you want to Sing Sing? No extra damage follow-up though, thanks to that Moonlight Shadow. Meanwhile, the back cancel being caught by Artis and Keck, so that'll be the counter kill. 1 for 1, 1 for 2 trade here as Oracle still ends up
pretty
falling.
well as the Doom will also fall.
Oh, hey, yeah. A little bit into deep here.
I mean, Matt's still holding on to the black hole. We haven't seen it used this game yet. He's level 10, he has the mech, he's got the boots. When do we see this black hole drop? Because it feels like it could have come in useful the past couple of fights just to be able to secure clean exchanges without losing anything in return.
Well, and this particular fight didn't really need it, right? They're getting a lot out of the Enigma without the black hole. I feel like this is the way that you need to play him in general. This is the way that you need to make use of him. Just push with the Eidolons, get pickups with the Malefice, and get mileage out of the mechanism in these team fights as well. Because having the threat of the black hole coming out is almost more valuable than having the black hole in a single team fight. Because having that on cooldown means that Yellow Submarine have a lot more room to maneuver, because they know that they're not going to be punished by grouping up or anything.
Okay, so we are going to have Lich going in again, is holding onto that Chain Frost as well. Keck is getting decimated here by the wards. Oh, little buddy, he's getting poisoned down. The creeps are following him. The Eidolons go through. There is going to be a Sunstrike. It's off the mark, so Keck getting out for now, eating up those Purifying Flames, and, well, Enigma goes through, gets the Malefice, they get the Brain Sap as well, so it's going to be a dominating streak out for Mad now, and...
Everyone go for this, he's on the high ground, leap forward into the Starstorm, and the secondary Saw also hits on that guy. Fiend's Grip comes out, there's the black hole. Catches Artis here, can prevent Dale from coming in to try and help. Should be him going down here, tries to spin out. Sunstrike would have been there to intercept if the Recklix wouldn't have been enough. And this is Yellow Submarine. It's falling apart, dying one by one. Starting with a Walk of Shame from the Oracle, then the arrow hitting onto Lich with a commitment from Kaipi on the high ground. Then Artis.
We thought last game was early. We're now at a 14-minute racks. If you look at overall XP and net worth, it's going to be 10k net worth in favor of Kaipi, and look how quickly the XP is snowballing up in their favor. The kills are everything that the Radiant need right now, and it's... If you're Yellow Submarine, what is your plan to get back in this?
Well, just try and hold out, try and hold high ground, which is kind of hard. Once again, they've picked themselves a lineup. Doesn't really have any spamming spells to get rid of creep waves really quickly. The other way would be to just do exactly this. Smoke up, try and find someone isolated to throw the Doom on, throw an Omni Slash on, get the quick pick off, then fall back. Just try and keep the lanes pushed out, try and keep the Kaipi on their toes as much as you can. Otherwise, they're just gonna do the same thing again, right? Group up, push down towers left, right, and center. Which is what they drafted the lineup for, right? Get pick-offs, get the pushes going. So far, Kaipi, they're hitting the timings completely.
Like, we might have a Roche attempt coming out from the Dire, but they don't want to commit 100% to this. They want to know exactly where the Radiant are, and one bad fight on the Roche pit could absolutely be GG.
Sounds like even scouting it out, Kaipi recognizing that, alright, that might be a potential for Yellow Submarine, one of these kind of desperate plays. Just try and sneak a Roche to try and get back into this game as it stands. Both teams will know that this is a hotly contested topic here. In the top lane, we've got Artis trying to farm up now, teleporting back. There's it is, the Doom onto the Bane. Arrow hits on Keck though after the Nightmare setup. This Doom, once again, not effective enough to bring it down. Sunstrike, not gonna hit. False Promise just make sure that Keck survives, but that's a big cooldown. Down the drain, Artis is here. Have a potential Omni Slash, man. Yeah, there's the Moonlight Shadow also down, so they don't have to worry about vision and the fight going forward. Couple of ultimates down the drain, not really doing anything. Healing ward, keeping everyone inside of Yellow Submarine alive. These arrows, yeah, it's like... This is so annoying to play against.
And for right now, Kaipi, they can take whatever fight they want. They have the luxury of being able to disengage whenever they need to. They've got the Bane, he can go in a Nightmare and just walk away. You've got the Mirana Moonlight Shadow to put the pause button on things. I mean, Yellow Submarine, it seems like they're the ones that are going to keep getting caught off guard. How do they take a fight that's advantageous for them?
Well, would have. Oh, I love KGG will play. It's up
Dale
against
takes
Solo
another
Enigma.
long-range arrow.
Oh god, no. Wow. How's this even happening?
And
How does
gets
this
a
keep
vac on
happening?
that position one. Oh, Fiend's Grip mid against the Juggernaut. He's trying to do his best to live through this, but he doesn't even have Battle Fury yet.
He should be
and
alright
almost
though.
20 minutes in the game. He'll be okay, but again, Yellow Submarine are scared at every corner of their map. There's Radiant Vision wherever they need to have it, and how do Yellow Submarine come back from this? Do they take a full 5-on-5 fight? Do they split up and farm for 20 minutes? I'm not seeing where momentum shift is going to happen.
Felt like they had an opportunity with Cancel teleporting towards the top lane earlier, but I think the OD was also roaming into their own jungle to try and farm up as well. So they couldn't really jump on anyone else that was still hanging around the Roche pit here from Kaipi. But I feel like you have to just be improve at recognizing these kind of situations. Try and dodge arrows if you can. Yeah, this one will not hit. But yeah, recognize these situations. Try to jump on a target with more commitment. Right? They got the Doom up on the Bane, but he was just allowed to walk away. You kind of have to play a little bit more risky. You have to go in deeper, get these quick pickoffs, and then move on from there. Either try and disengage, or just find more. But Yellow Submarine are playing way too passive here, I think.
Bang might be in some trouble. Is going to take that purge there. Moonlight Shadow comes through, and again, there's no vision. He's going to throw out the ultimate, so he's going to catch out 4 in that ultimate. He
Black
will
hole.
lose his life, but this is a huge turnaround coming out. There's going to be an Astral there onto the Enigma. No Black Hole just yet, and Chain Frost is doing its work onto Cancel. For now, it looks like the OG may end up popping. They've got the Black Hole if they need to secure the kill, and he will just immediately go down. Enigma no blink, so he's not able to go in for those aggressive black holes, but still, oh man, the Sunstrike flushing off the Oracle and the rest of Dire running away. Noasic is next on the menu. They're gonna go through. They do have a Murano arrow if they want to catch him out, but
no,
it's gonna be a
Artis.
Fiend's Grip as Arts goes up onto the high ground. This is a disaster. The meatball rolling through. It's gonna be a double kill for Cancel, and Noasic barely getting away. Can they go for the arrow snipe in 10 more seconds? Looks like he might be able to get away, but
Maybe
this
just
is not
Sunstrike
the
Snipe
fight.
once that comes off cooldown again. You can invoke it again if he wants to. But it's still, yeah, there it is. Almost got Noasic there, but this is not what I meant, just for the record. Yellow Submarine, they committed on a Venomancer of all people who got the... They got the kill, but he got the ultimate off on 4 people. Then they were just not quick enough disengaging you. They're hanging around, hitting wards of all things. Right, OD was just standing there in front lines with Frost Bombs on top,
Oh,
taking more
man.
damage now. Might see the last team fight of the game. Noasic doesn't have his ultimate to throw out to try and keep it away. Knight actually dropping low to that sword, but now Nightmare turn around. Perhaps enough with the slowdown from the Venomancer, but hey, Oracle comes in. Fortune then as well, so one more nuke, but hey, once again, OD way too far forward. Ends up dying to the cold snap here in a couple of right clicks now. Another cold snap on to Dale. Yeah. That black hole looks kind of pretty. But not if you're a Yellow Submarine fan. More than enough to secure the kill on the Doom. With these 2 heroes down, I mean, OD has buyback. Might have to use it if they want to hold on to the tier 3. But I'm not even sure if that is going to be enough even.
I mean, if we look at overall net worth, it's going to be about 20k in favor of Kaipi at 20 minutes in the game. That's 1,000 lead per minute, which I believe, maybe our stats man can correct me, is pretty much insurmountable.
Pretty damn close. I mean, I think there's been stories about teams coming back from this kind of a deficit once or twice, but don't really see Yellow Submarine accomplish that feat with this kind of a lineup.
Huge mistakes for Yellow Submarine to be able to capitalize on that, and for now, Art's going in, does have the Omni, but he's going to take an ultimate in the face. Sing is an animal. Omni comes through. They are going to catch it out onto a bunch. The damage is split. Now Art's is going to take a Fiend Strike to the face. They are to have a Sunstrike as well. Deafening Blast comes through. The Oracle going to try to get away with his life. Going to be going through with the Purifying Flames and the ultimate as well, but Oracle will end up falling on the back line. They do lose the Venomancer, they do lose the Invoker, but they get the Oracle, they get the OD, they get the Juggernaut. There's going to be a buyback from the Oracle immediately trying to save Dale, but the GG is called out.
I wanted to have some good Dota. Instead, we get 2 20-minute games.
This was good Dota, though. I mean, we get to see lineups that we don't see a lot. Bane Marana is back, baby.
I don't know. I don't really want to put it on Bane Mirana, honestly. It was just straight up an outplay on, once again, on all lanes. Yellow Submarine kind of a little bit too passive, as I said. Not really finding kills, kind of running into arrows once or a couple of times as well, even without setups. I don't know.
If you had to give MVP to anyone on Kaipi, who would it be?
Um, I don't know honestly. Everyone just did the job so well in that fight, and throughout this entire game, right? Venomancer farming, getting the ultimates up and running, whenever you need it. Nigma just holding on to the black holes until the right moments. Invoker hitting Sunstrike left, right, and center. I don't know. Don't really will. It was just all around good play from Kaipi. That just outclassed Yellow Submarine. Wasn't really a draft thing in my eyes, but hey. That was
All
game
right.
two in this best of three series. Kaipi taking the swift victory in this best of three, so they will move on in the upper bracket. It's not an elimination match, so Yellow Submarine will have another chance going forward in this tournament. Of course, if you want to have all the necessary info, you can head on over to wellplay.co with the overview there. But of course, also your favorite coverage sites like Join Dota or Ghost of Gamers should also have that info up and running. Yeah, my name is DragonDrop. You can follow me on Twitter at DragonDropDota. And Annie, where can I find you?
Well, if you enjoyed the casting or you have any feedback, always looking to improve, feel free to reach out to me on Twitter at Android, ANNEEDROID. If you're more of a Facebook person, you can find me on facebook.com/AnnieCasts. Again, I hope you enjoyed, and let me know how I can get better.
Go ahead and do that. But yeah, also tune in next time. Let me check the schedule real quick if I can find it.
Tomorrow.
Next game should be scheduled tomorrow. Yeah, that's gonna be Power Rangers versus Avengers. That should be a really, really good one. I would be very surprised if it wasn't. It's gonna be at 8:30 p.m. CET. So I hope you tune in for that. But for now, thank you very much for watching and see you next time.